3 stories tonight. All real, all from the kind of people who do the thing and then tell the internet about it. We're starting with the one that made me put my coffee down. Mark's wife, Sarah, is furious when she finds out her brother Peter has a girlfriend. 6 months earlier, Mark had no idea any of this would happen. Last Christmas, Mark met his brother-in-law's girlfriend, Sheila, for the first time. Sheila seemed nice, but Sarah was visibly annoyed throughout the gathering. That night, while having drinks with her siblings, Sarah offered Peter a second beer, which he declined. Peter revealed that Sheila wants to wait before they do anything together, and Sarah told him, with the amount of shit you bought because of her, you should be cracking it by now. After that, Peter hasn't spoken to Sarah since December. Mark tried to reason with Sarah and tell her she needs to apologize, but she won't hear it. She's been trying to turn her parents against Peter's relationship by telling them that Sheila posts designer bags and shoes on her Instagram. Mark finally reaches the end of his rope and tells Sarah her nasty attitude is the reason Peter cut her off. Honestly, the husband is right to call out his wife's behavior. She sounds like a honey badger in a fight she started. Mark's wife is indeed a gaping asshole, and she deserves this radio silence from her brother. Mark needed to tell his wife the ugly truth, she was being unreasonable and hurtful. Long beat. 3 weeks earlier, in a different city, a different person was about to make a much worse mistake. It was Saturday night, and Kiana was out dancing with her colleagues. She had been drinking for hours, but that didn't stop her from flirting shamelessly with a stranger. I watched in horror as she leaned in closer to him and started making out. I finally mustered the courage to approach her, and that's when she confessed to me what had happened. She was drunk and didn't think it would go any further, but deep down I knew she was lying to herself. We went home separately that night, but my mind kept racing with the what-ifs and the could-haves. I didn't hear from her for days, but then she texted me at 5 a.m. on Sunday morning to say everything was okay. Of course, that wasn't the end of it. A few days later, she texts me to tell me that Mason proposed and she said yes. I was stunned. She knew I'd been angry about what happened between her and the stranger, but she didn't care. Honestly, this is not just about Kiana's infidelity, it's about her complete disregard for Mason's feelings and well-being. I have to tell him what happened. I owe it to him, and to myself, to be honest and truthful. It's not going to be easy, but I know what I have to do. I just hope Mason will believe me when the truth comes out. That was one story. This next one is a separate person entirely, and somehow it gets worse. Sarah's hands are shaking as she opens her MasterCard bill at 2:14 a.m. 6 months earlier, Sarah had no idea her sister would rack up $700 in charges on her credit card. Sarah's 12-year-old sister has been idolizing beauty bloggers and YouTubers, and now she wants the same things. The $47,000 wire clears at 9:03 on Monday morning, but that's not what Jessica is worried about, it's her sister's secret purchases on Amazon and Netflix. Sarah has been noticing missing makeup and shoes in her room, but she just thought her sister was borrowing them. Now she realizes she's been stealing her identity too. Honestly, the brother is right, Sarah's sister needs to learn that money doesn't grow on trees and that she's essentially an entitled thief. The Sims games, Netflix accounts, and Amazon packages are all going straight to their house. It would appear to the bank that Sarah bought these things herself. Sarah is hesitant to call the cops, but she doesn't want to pay off her sister's $700 debt either. She wants someone to talk to her and scare her straight. If Sarah reports it as fraudulent, will it trigger a criminal investigation? She doesn't want her sister to face the law, but she also can't afford to eat the charges. Sedition is right, even if Sarah reports it to the bank, getting her money back will be a long shot. She needs to decide which is more important, getting her money or protecting her sister's reputation. Sarah decides to order a nanny cam for her bedroom and lock her door. She can't trust her sister anymore, but she still wants to give her another chance to come clean. When Sarah confronts her sister about the credit card charges, she's met with denial and lies. She starts to doubt herself, maybe her sister didn't actually do it? But then Sarah remembers that she reset her sister's Amazon password through her own email account. There's no way her sister could have done this without her help. The truth finally comes out, Sarah's sister is a compulsive thief and liar, and she's been using their family's resources to feed her own shopping addiction. Sarah feels betrayed, but also relieved that the truth is finally out. In the end, Sarah decides to cut ties with her sister and focus on rebuilding their relationship from scratch. It's a painful process, but it's necessary for both of them to grow and learn from their mistakes.